you asked us at PAX East, and we came up with different answers, but I also hate your game, Eitan. I actually don't hate any AAA games. I really, however, hate it when people see a AAA game and say, oh, here are the hallmarks of a good game. I have to have this kind of graphics. I have to have this kind of gameplay. I have to emulate this game with this amazing, 5-hour orchestral soundtrack, and then do that at the expense of creating their own vision. That's what I hate.
Ichiro, can you please give an example of a game like that?
Well, I mean, take a look at all the first-person shooters that came out, or have been coming out. We got a lot of smaller studios or individuals, hobbyists, who say, I want to make the next Quake or Doom or whatever, and they sort of put the, what's that, or Halo 2. Did we already establish that Damián created the AI to Halo 2 and Halo 3, and that's why we hate him? Everybody's seen this, or maybe been guilty of doing this. I've done this, where, you see something and you want to emulate it because you think that form is the important thing. I mean, how many people know about Cargo Cult? You guys, all right, so a couple of people. All right, so I'll keep it really quick. Back after World War II, a bunch of native people.
Oh my God.
What was it?
Tribes!
I'm sorry to say that Ichiro has yielded the floor.
I have nothing but love for every game made.
That's bullshit.
I hate Lost Odyssey. I friggin' loathe that game. That's a JRPG, came out for the Xbox. I watched my wife play that, and even watching it was like stabbing myself in the eye for hours at a time. But
Such
that's
an easy answer to give. It's a game that I've never heard of.
sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Can't Answer in 10 minutes. I'm done.
Keep feeding these guys beers and it'll get so much better. All right, last question for the night before we turn it over to the audience. So I know that there are those of you out here who are thinking, maybe I want to do this. Maybe I want to be like these nuts and make indie games. What advice would you give them? And give me a second to think. Scott, you want to start?
Sure. First, make the game really, really, really small. Okay? Because and I knew better. And I was like, oh no, it'll be fine. But the problem is that if you're in a small team with little experience or you're alone, it is very, very easy to not see all the things that are going to bite you later on, all the wrinkles that result from the fact that you're like, oh, the game's this, it'll be this big, and then you don't think of, oh, but this needs this, and that would need this and this. And now you got a game this big, and you'll never finish the damn thing. So go and take your game, and then cut it in half, and then cut it in half again. And when you have a quarter of a baby, then you were King Solomon, right? Because King Solomon had a quarter of a baby.
I sincerely hope that your baby is a starfish.
Well, no, video game babies. It's just pixels. It's cool, man.
Ichiro, advice for someone thinking about doing indies.
Okay, raise your hand if you have this great idea for a game you want to make someday. Put it up, right? Keep your hand up, sir. Keep your hand up if you haven't started making it yet. Okay? Start now. Do it. That's it.
I think my advice would be your idea doesn't matter, probably. Actually, in complete contradiction, I think, to what you just said. Everybody has an idea. You probably have 100 ideas, and the idea that you're in love with now is not going to be the idea you're in love with tomorrow. What does get better is your skills, your experience, your wisdom, about what it takes to make games. So, yeah, I mean, the thing I would say is I would almost say don't fall in love too much with a particular idea. Get better at your craft in general, And hell, don't poo-poo the AAA. They know what they're doing as well. Like, they're actually really good at it. So they have stuff to teach you as well.
Final thoughts.
All right, so, oh, no, I got two more quick things that people got to remember. All right, the one was, I forgot that one. But the other was to very much, like, if you want to do this as a business, all right, first, you save your ass up a lot of money. You save up enough money that you can live for a year without any other money. That is the first thing you do if you want to do this as a business, because otherwise, you will find that you just ran out of business, and now you got no job, and you're totally hosed, all right? So try developing in a cardboard box in Times Square. See how that goes. All right. And the second thing is figure out how and when you are going to make money. Don't just go into it like I did and be like, I'm going to make this game. It's going to be great, and it's not too big, I'm sure, and it'll make money later. Right? And I had I proved out my ideas on how much money and when a little bit. Not enough. Like you need to know. Okay, this game will be done here. Great, double that time. Can I live that long? And then say, great, and it'll make half as much. And here's how it'll do it. And when you have all that stuff, and you can show it to 4 or 5 people who either know business or know that you're full of shit and dreaming, then go do it. Because then you got a chance in hell that you're gonna make money. And if you want to keep doing it for money, then you better be thinking about making money.
Okay, awesome. So we're gonna stop there. Everyone. But wait, there's more. I think we have like 10 or 15 minutes, so we're going to do some audience questions. We have a microphone, and so, okay. Do we want to, well, let's just pass on the microphone. We've got a microphone. You're in the yellow shirt, your hand shot up really quickly, so.
What games are y'all playing right now? First
I'm playing Echo Bazaar and NetHack.
Not that cool. I've been playing a game called Dejobaan's easiest video game ever. So my hands are moving.
For those of you who don't recognize the plug when you see it, Dejobaan's easiest game ever. Dejobaan.com.
What is that?
I'm super excited. I just downloaded Monkey Island 2 Special Edition. Greatest adventure game ever. I love it. I can't wait to play it again.
Okay, more questions. We have a question over here.
This is sort of a general presentation question. I noticed when you guys talk about sort of big studios versus small studios versus independents, you tend to use the baseball phrasing system like AAA, AA, single A, that kind of thing. And since that naming convention came out of sort of indicating a quality level, like if you're playing AAA ball versus single A ball, as indies, why do you call the big studios AAA studios and AAA games?
It's because we hate ourselves.
Yeah, it's always bothered me. Like, why do you do that to yourself?
It's just kind of the standard way that it's done. Like there aren't even any AA studios. Like there aren't. It's just there's AAA and not AAA. And that's just,
Raven is that way.
I have to admit, I'm just too busy to come up with new names. There's too much to do.
Yeah, I mean, no one really knows what AAA means. Everyone uses it, but no one really knows what the term is. And at this point, it means as much about business model as it does about quality.
I mean, maybe instead of running Emily all over the place, maybe you can scream and I'll repeat the question. Is that better? Or maybe people come up here for questions. That would be good too. And that way I know where you are and I don't have to call people. I think Dan had his hand up.
All right, so I've got
Come up and we'll ask questions up here.
a comment and a question. So we were talking about like indies competing with AAA studios on production values and gameplay details and whatnot. And it kind of struck me that there's a lot of parallels that can be drawn between the game industry and the film industry. And if you see the indie film guys that are successful, they're the ones that like stay small, like you were saying. Whereas the indie film guys that try to compete with like Jerry Bruckheimer, wind up on Sci-Fi Channel on Sunday afternoon. I was wondering if there were any other like media or industries that you guys were able to draw, wisdom or influences from that you can see parallels in that other people have gone before you, other industries that have matured in one of the video game industry.
I think music is the other sort of kind of analogous industry where you certainly have like